Good evening, folks. Welcome to tonight's session. Usual format, going over the pairs, identifying market cycle and harmonics. Before I start, trading is risky. Be under no illusions, really is risky. If you're new to trading, get some education. It's a very difficult, if you want to take it seriously, you really do need to take it seriously. It's not easy. It's nothing like the Instagram gurus. But yes, so on with the risk warning. These signals aren't a regulated activity from the perspective of you being given regulated advice. This is not an advisory service. These are trade signals for information only. Synergy is authorized and regulated by the FCA to deliver the service. Let's start. So last week was the first week of the month. That is typically one of the hardest times to trade, first and the last. We've got 2 weeks here where we can look to get some real good trades in, catch some runners. That's the name of the game. What we have here is AUD CAD. So we have created high, low structure. That high, low structure was also canvassed by a butterfly pattern that completed up here. 1, 2, 3 to the high. So what also you can notice is high, low, high, low being created. And if we just measure this harmonic swing here, measure that down to there, and then I take this for a walk, we're very close to completing that swing, maybe a little bit further down here. We shall see. It is still high, low, high, low. I do expect this to be taken out and then retested somewhat. We did hit the 127. This is a butterfly sell pattern at the minute. Butterfly sell patterns are found at the top of markets. If we overlay that with the picture we have here, this is the market cycle. For me, I'm not sure it has finished, but we have completed a classic 78 fib retracement with 3 harmonics up, red. Notice the harmonic down. But so far all I can see is 1, 2. I do expect a third push up, so I will be looking for that reversal, and I want to know when this has changed its direction, and that will be with an internal breaker structure. So we wait. AUDCHF, this is setting up quite nicely. We have been in this, we were in it down here. It's given us 150 pips, very choppy at the minute. We're certainly in consolidation. If we identify where we are sitting in that bigger market cycle, we've got the 1, the 2, the 1, 2, 3. 3 hits to the low. Market works in threes. We also have this W here. Is it convincing? I don't know. All I know is this low tagged the previous low down here. That's what I want to know. Looks simple enough. Try it for yourself. So now what we do have is a W structure, but we haven't changed character yet. This is the line of change that needs to be broken. So we have done a change, but we haven't done a break. Change, no break. So yeah, I'm waiting on that. I won't be touching that. ADNZD, this was one that did we send it, or did we come out? Yeah, we came out even on this one, I think, because of, no, we're up 15/even. Difficult one, big harmonics, but this area here is a high low. That's the only thing to understand here, but we can clearly define the pattern on the way up. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you could say this is 1, 2, 3 to the low, but I'm convinced that because we haven't interacted here, we should be. That's 3 pushes for me. They don't look like consolidation zones. So I still think that this big zone, we're going to break down and push lower. We do have ABCD that brought us up here, but it didn't quite complete. It was also a bit of a Gartley variation. You can see here that the AEDNZD has completed that Gartley. That was the basis of the trade that we sent out to the premium, and I think we sent it to standard. But you can see price broke through the 78.6, and now we seem caught between a halfway house between the 61, 78.6. Things to help us with potentially identifying what could come next. This consolidation zone that we are looking at here, this is definitely a consolidation zone. Now, understanding a few things about the predictability of market cycles, we can deduce that this being 1, that's a terrible line. That's not much better. Let me delete that. With this being 1, we then expect 2, and we can't see 2 yet. So this is consolidation 1. 2, this might be the top of 2. I reckon it could be. Look, you've got 1, 2. So that's like the mini trend. And where's the retest? It's all the way down here. Now we need to piece together the harmonic swing, which is here. Harmonic swing, we can just drag that around. This is our sort of price target, which does coincide with this sort of a retest. So still have faith that this one will play. It's gone offside a bit. That's how it typically works with harmonics and taking completion points. Here's one that I'm, regretful I didn't send. but you can see in hindsight, we'll have to start out on the big time frame. I did take this trade. You can see the pattern here is pretty big. You've got the head, shoulders, 1, 2 up, 1, 2. So we're at the top of 2. This is a generational one in terms of the price objective down here. Mark my words, I don't know how quick this will come, but it could be very quick. And if it does, by 2025, we'll see some US dollar strength and Australian dollar weakness. In this pattern map, we're here. But the one thing worrying me is that we've got high, 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 low, high, 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 low. Is it going to give it for a third time? Is it going to test this high? Difficult to know. We've had completion of Harmonics. But if we go to this particular time frame, this key level where we created a new high from this point here has been broken with a wide range bar. That's very telling. Waiting for some form of a retest, which will probably come in the overnight sort of gap open. And then I expect continuation. And what we do have is a drop. So expecting the 3 days to play. So we've got 1, 2. They're going to give us a 3 potentially. Now, why am I confident that this is an area? Well, because we've seen evidence build up over the past week, with high and higher lowing, and we've broken that structure once. We've then gone and done that again 2 times. And then the 3 times, this actually becomes the 1. That actually becomes the 1. So this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. And that's the whole 3 in 1 thing. Hypostasis theory. So 3 and 1 retest, and I do expect this to continue lower because of what's going on in the bigger cycle. So moving on, CAD CHF is not one I love, but it's doing some things that I don't mind. So let's see if we can see it on a more representable time frame. So we had a massive V bottom ultimately, and the second leg is that second leg. It's certainly some sort of shoulder head shoulder inversion going on. This is the higher leg, so this is the one to count from. I need to see this break here, really. That's how you sort of solve the puzzle of looking for the breaks. I need to see that break that. It needs to break that and do that, and then you're in. And then it sets up the Gartley. That's a really nice thing to wait for. I will wait for it. Why people will say, why don't you trade it now? Well, because you don't know that's going to happen yet. So you need to wait till it happens. CAD JPY. So we're seeing Japanese strength, same sort of thing. Double bottom. This one was very trappy indeed. This outside structure making people think it's a new low, and it's just flipped it on them. We can prove to you on the larger time frame of the harmonic nature. Look at that. Taking this swing here, this swing there. We identified this simply as high, 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 low, low, higher high, higher low. Not much of a retest, if I'm honest, which does make me question it a little bit. But I think because of the news and the non-farm payroll figures, there has been some real strength seen in the USD. So there we are. Euro AUD. This one tormented me last week, really tormented me. Feeling the heat. So it's very difficult with the war, lack of trades, and just feeling that pressure internally that you have to do something. Anyway, I resorted back to type and found the most reliable setups, ones that were clear for me. This is level 1, this is level 2. And within this level 2, there's a Gartley pattern. So we're looking for harmonics in the market cycle. So we found a harmonic within the market cycle too. Same thing, ABCD in the CD leg variation off the 78.6, massive move up, wants to retest, and it's done that. So we're retesting here. I picked this one out. First of all, we had the setup of the second zone of consolidation. Number 2, towards the low of consolidation. Number 3, we had this harmonic pattern forming. Number 4 is down on the lower time frame. Number 4, we had 1 week, 2 week, 3 weeks. So I knew that this could not close as a 4th week. So that was the other thing. I knew we were down all week, and I knew it would close back in. Number 3, we've seen a double bottom, shoulder, head, shoulder within the 4th week, and a breaker structure and a retest. That is all I needed to see, and I sent the signal. I sent it the previous day as well, and I forgotten what I did on it. I've forgotten what I did on it. You can say bottle. I like the term bottle because I talk casually with some of my subscribers, have a little bit of humor. I avoided the trade because of experience and volatility on the news, but we entered it again late on Friday. Didn't do too much, but we have seen the change, the break, and we're entering now on that one, which is looking lovely. Expect that to continue. EuroCAD, this one is showing itself, showing what it is intending. So let's go to The 4 hour, on the 4 hour, I can see that being the first zone, this being the second, the low of the second zone off the previous low. So not asking for too much more. We may get this. We may have this 1, 2, and then 3. Maybe. If so, we're ready for it. Now, if we look on the slightly higher time frame, we're squeezing at the minute on the we are squeezing on the highs of level 1 consolidation. On the way down 1, 2, on the way up, we've got 1. So we're still watching that. Euro CHF. What's this guy doing? It's just chopping around at the low. Massive pattern. 1, 2, 3. If we get anywhere up here, it's 10,000 sort of percent return. Euro NZD. Remember, these are the ones that are golden, the ones that we can identify. The second zone of consolidation, moving away aggressively. Difficult price action to read here, but just successive higher lows. I may have to adjust the lows of my consolidation. We haven't come down to test this big order block that I was sort of thinking it or is inevitability for it to happen. But so far it is lower lows, lower highs within a higher low, higher high. So there's that. Euro USD breaking out of the top of consolidation 1, restrained by this high here. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. That's all I know. This one's let's show you the FTSE while I'm here. FTSE looking real good. This is a continuation of this third trend. 1, 2. Do expect it to be very, very bullish. Where's the actual picture I have for the FTSE and how incredibly bullish it is? So the FTSE is incredibly bullish, like crazily bullish. The FTSE 100 is going to be. So mark my words on that one. That is just going to blow people's expectations out the water from just what I'm seeing on the monthly. So GBP AED, adore this one, adore it. Why? Because of what it's showing me on the daily. It's showing me 1 and 2, and it's fair enough for moving off the middle of the zone, which is normally higher risk. I still absolutely love this. This has engulfed 1, 2 candles so far. Let's see if it's engulfed a bit more on the detail side of things. The big ABCD never completed. We have engulfed with straight greens, the previous lower high. Just want to see what the backfill is. We do have also a weaker drop. This was the trick here. So we had the variation weak and then drop, no net, drop, drop. That's either it or we're going from these two. 1, 2, not too sure yet. We have to wait and see how this one is going to, work out. I'm not in a rush. GBP CAD. This guy is, well, you can see a 1 and you can see a 2 here. So it's probably going to give a third. With the stops under here, it's going to target. So this is high highs, high lows, level 2 rise. We've got level 1. So we're waiting for the second zone of consolidation to come in. I think it's probably going to do a surge. All of this plus the stops under here, I could just see that being a 1, a 2, and there's too many stops under that I think the market's going to take out. We can come back and look at it. Not a trade for me though. GBP CHF, this is one that was frustrating for sure, but we managed to get 25 pips, but those that would probably stayed in it would have lost because it's difficult to know when to protect your money. This is only a 30 quid a month or £100 a month for the premium signal service. We're not holding your hands, providing wealth management service. So pattern on the way down, level 1, level 2 peak, and then we have the level 1 reciprocal on the way up. The worrying thing, it hasn't taken out the previous low. The other question is whether this is a trap false into a real lower to test the low like the other CHFs. It could be. Now, what we do see on here is 1, 2. I do expect a third. I do expect to get somewhere up here. Something's going to happen to GBP. That's going to make these things happen. We shall see. GBP USD. You can see like 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. I do expect to see price move again higher. We are breaking out of level 2 consolidation. We may want to come a bit lower to take out the stops here. High, 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 low, high, 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 low. Looking for some action within here. Beautiful pattern. This is level 1 consolidation. If I can show you. There it is, level 1 consolidation. It's a decad. Sharp pullback back into the zone. High highs, high lows. Probably take out this low. Again, looking very much to get back involved with this one. Looking to break out a level 1 consolidation. Looking really good. NZD CHF, one of my favorites. Making a higher low. So we got 1, we got 2. I need to know firstly if it breaks this high. I need to know that. What the hell's going on? Bloody mouse. There we are. I want to know about it. What else is happening on this lower time frame? What was the previous harmonic swing? Well, let's see what we can see ourselves. We can see a 1 consolidate. What made that consolidation? 1, 2, 3 pushes. Now, 1, 2, 3 pushes. This is another consolidation zone, basically. You have to use clues around you. You have to use the previous swings, like here. what's the likelihood of that repeating itself? It's pretty high. So, there's a trade down to here. But for me, I'm looking to get long. So this may well happen, but it doesn't bother me too much because I'm looking for the long play. Hope you understand. NZD USD. Now, similar to AUD USD, this is a level 2 dropper. Aggressive action, probably take out this low, looking for a retest, may even give a second leg into the trade, not sure yet. I don't think there's much opportunity on the lower time frame. No, there is not. But we've done 1 week, 2 week rise drop, sort of distorted consolidatory effect here. This is definitely one with a 1, 2, 3. And then we can, this is a push here. Let's call that 2. This is all sort of blended pushing and varying variance. I'd say that this is 1, that's 2, and this is 3. So we're expecting another consolidation, and again going for the stops under here. So the stops under there. Just looking at how this is wanting to be. Just see that going on. Let's see. Save it so I don't lose it or forget about it. Half the battle. Right, gold. Now gold is chilling at the minute. Have a look at this on the monthly. First zone, second zone. I mean, that's straight green rise. And if you look carefully, you've got 1, 2, and 3 in that zone. And if you look carefully, you've got 1, 2, and 3. If you look carefully, you've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Tis not a joke. Tis not. USD CAD, stunner. Love this guy. USD CAD is one of the boys in the club. This is level 2 rise, middle of consolidation, which is a little worrying. This is sort of scaring my sort of trade association because I'm sort of understanding we're in the middle of the zone. We want to go higher. Are we going to test down here? Are we going to go here? This is a sort of double bottom. People will call that a lower low, but it isn't. It's because it hasn't broken the structure lower, but this lower high means that we're sort of confined. There must be some data coming out that will shake that pattern out. And other than that, folks, that is it. So thanks for watching. I hope you write down some little gems that I've left for you in there. And yeah, take it easy. Cheers.